Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, Real Talk, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate your support. To my subscribers, shout out to you guys. I do appreciate you, okay? Hope everybody's doing alright on this Sunday evening. Hope everybody is well. We're going to pull some cards and get some messages, see what the messages are. Okay, first we're going to use the Declare and Decree deck. Alright, if you are new to the channel, welcome in. Alright. Let's see what we have for you, collective. All unhealthy relationships, friendships, and associations are cleared from my energy and spirit and in flesh. You would write that down and you would burn it. All right? Set those intentions, okay? Unhealthy relationships, friendships, associations, don't need it, right? Okay, all blockages that prevents holistic health for myself and my loved ones are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. Okay? All blockages that prevents holistic health for myself and loved ones. Alright? Because there are some blockages, right? Apparently. Okay. So we want to clear that out. Alright, collective? We want to clear that out. No unhealthy relationships, friendships, associationships, whatever ships. Right? And no blockages when it comes to your health. Right? Energy is a fluid, guys. Okay? Keep that in mind. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If it doesn't make sense to you, then maybe it's not for you at this time, okay? And that's okay. Alright? All messages are not going to resonate. That's impossible because it's general messages for many, many people. Okay? Only take what resonates with you. If it doesn't make sense, if you can't relate to it in any kind of way, it's not for you. Simple as that. Alright? Past, present, future energies. What do we have for the collective? What do we have? What do we have? Alright? Let's see what we have for you guys. We have the Magician, Empress, Two of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups, Seven of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords, okay? So there's definitely some thinking going on. Somebody is taking time to probably even rest. You're probably deciding that you need to slow down and get some rest here, literally. Okay, we have Libra energy here on the board, Taurus energy, okay, Cancer energy, and Aquarius, Leo. Okay, you could be either of these signs, all right? There's definitely someone thinking here. It could be you, collective, okay? You could be the very one in this Empress energy. Choosing to block out, okay, choosing to block out an energy that's certainly not for your highest good. This Five of Swords, an energy of someone who wants you to feel defeated for whatever reason. Boy, really? You want to make sure an Empress feels defeated? Good luck. Good luck with that. Empress don't easily get humiliated or intimidated, you know, when there's an energy present or presents itself to try to manipulate, right? To try to cause heartache. Trying to take advantage. This is the negative energy of the Five of Swords. Empress don't give into that type of energy. She simply recognizes it and she blocks it out. She gets rid of it, right? Seven of Wands, standing your ground, blocking, okay? And I don't even feel an energy of being defensive at all. I don't feel like if this is something that resonates with you, okay, I don't feel like you're defensive at all. You're just knowing what or who to block out of your life, out of your energy. Okay? You may have had to do this in the past, blocking someone out or blocking a group of people out who you no longer affiliate with, associate with, just like that card said from a declare and decree deck. Friendships, associations, right? Unhealthy friendships, relationships, associations. So there's a beginning here that you manifested. If you are in fact this empress, okay, I can be talking to an empress, male or female. We're talking about energies, and energies are fluid, and they're certainly not gender specific. Energy is not a gender. It is simply just that, an energy. Okay? So with this Ace of Cups energy and the Magician, you basically manifested new beginnings. That's basically how you're resting in this Empress energy to begin with. It's what you manifested for yourself, and blocking out anything or anyone that try to get in the way of that. Especially if someone's trying to be manipulative, you can see it a mile away. Okay, now it could have been a situation where at one point maybe you did not see this person for who they were. Like maybe you didn't pick up on the energies right away. Maybe they were, being very generous or being very nice, or something was going on in the situation to where you felt you couldn't have certain people in your energy anymore. This could be family, this could be a lover, this could be a friend, so-called family, right? But you're making sure that you protect yourself and, keep your worth in mind. That you don't have to stoop to another person's level, or any kind of party of people's level in order to fit with them or to get along with them. No, you're not going to stoop to their level. You are an empress. So in that energy, you carry that class to where I'll just simply block you. I'm not going to give you my energy. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to debate with you. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to create conflict or allow you to create conflict with me. I'm going to simply get rid of your energy. I'm going to demolish your energy by just getting rid of it. It's an energetic thing. It's not a physical thing. And physically you are detached, but it's like you just simply bow out silently, because that's what an empress would do. You just simply get cut off. There's no explaining, there's no talking, there's no compromise when you realize you're dealing with the Five of Swords energy concerning people. And this is more than one person, collective. You're dealing with this energy with more than one person. Three of Cups. This has nothing to do with union. Now, it's possibility somebody could want union with you, but I feel like that's like blown out of the water, okay, with the Empress and the Seven of Wands. So you can't just come back, right, unless you got your head on right, unless you're mature. You can meet the standard of maturity. It's just dealing with that energy of an empress. You know who you are. You stand 10 toes down, and you just don't tolerate the mess, the junk, the conflict, the drama. You're just not with it. You are above that. And it's not that you think that you're better than others. No, it's just this is the space you're in. This is the level of maturity that you're in. You're just not going to associate yourself with this type of energy of people who don't know how to act, who are not mature, who are in fact trying to compete. You can't compete when you don't compare. They're trying to see you feeling left out, maybe taken advantage of, or maybe feeling defeated, or feeling some type of a loss, or maybe trying to make you feel left out some kind of a way. But that's just not an energy that impresses an empress energy, male or female. It doesn't impress me to know that y'all in cahoots. It doesn't impress me to know that y'all could possibly be rejecting me. It doesn't impress me to know that I can see through y'all, and I see that y'all not on my level, but y'all act like y'all got it all together. When in fact, you will step on people to get where you want to go. Or you would do something behind the scenes underhanded with a boss to get into a better position. But I don't resonate with your energy. So as an empress, I'll just simply block you out and leave you where you are. As an empress, you just get blocked, right? I'll just shut you out, shut you down. Okay? And this is like a decision that you've either made already or you will be making. Okay? So let's see here. We're gonna keep it moving. Because as an empress as well, you have to be someone who is on a level of healing also to be in an empress energy. That means you have embodied all four queens. That means you put up with the turmoil, you put up with the dishonesty, you put up with defeat. You've already dealt with sorrow. You've already been in a dark place. You've already grown from that dark place. You've been in the Three of Swords energy. You've been in the Nine of Swords energy, the Eight of Swords energy, the Ten of Swords. You've done with the betrayal. You've dealt with it all. As an empress, you've embodied in the very essence of loyalty to self, even going through heartache, even going through traumas, even going through uncertainties. As an empress, you have learned to embody that willpower that it takes to overcome. Male or female, you've embodied the very essence of what it takes as a warrior to even bounce back from life when people try to pull you down or when people try to get over on you and take advantage. You learn these things as you go. As an empress, you have learned these things. These are things that have become lessons and footstools to the next step in life as an empress. Because you've experienced being cold as a queen of swords, knowing that you've dealt with people who you had to cut off, but first you had to see who they really were. First you had to be embarrassed or ashamed by them or used by them or lied to or betrayed in some kind of way in order to learn how to stand up for yourself or cut people out when it's time to cut them out. Being that Queen of Swords energy. Knowing the truth of what you want, what you see for yourself, getting clarity on that. First being true to yourself, right? Recognizing who's for you and who's not for you. Not having a blind eye to any relationship, lover, family, or friend, right? And the Queen of Swords energy, knowing when to cut things out that no longer serve. Jumping to the Queen of Wands. Taking action on your life, pursuing what it is you really want. And taking those lessons of the Queen of Swords with you, right? As a Queen of Wands, you're that go-getter. You're on fire, you know. And then you learn that level of discipline too, coming from the Queen of Swords. And you know how to discipline yourself. Even with the Queen of Wands, you may have an energy of being promiscuous. You may have an energy that's very sensual but yet sexual. Very, 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 how should I say, tempting. You may have a tempting energy about yourself as a Queen of Wands. Very attractive, very good looking, very loving, very nurturing. Carry yourself very well. And you could be liked by many, you know, as a Queen of Wands. But you got that fire. You got that push. You got that oomph. You got that willpower. You got that strength, that perseverance, right? That Leo strength, right? Queen of Wands. Multitasker, you get it done. You go after what you want. Queen of Cups, you're very nurturing. Like I said, you're very giving, very forgiving. All right. Queen of Earth, you love nice things, right? You strive in having the best, right? But then you also know how to take care of family. You also know how to be that mothering energy. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Earth, right? So you work with all those energy. Wind, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Earth. You have worked with all those energies as an empress. You've learned many lessons and you've become very wise. Now you are developed. Now you're ready to build. Now you need someone to match your energy. So when people come in with this energy, you quickly just give them the boot. You're having none of it. You don't have time for this. I don't care if you are just sitting and looking good and feeling good and enjoying your environment, you're still not going to engage in this. You're going to simply drop them. They ain't going to know what hit them. You just, all of a sudden, you just drop off the face of the earth. Because you what? You just basically blocked it off. You don't have time for it, right? You're not going to associate yourself with that kind of energy. And that's what you've chosen to do here. So you have Sagittarius energy, Temperance, a lot of patience here. You have the Hermit card of Virgo. Then you have the Sun card here, the Moon, okay? King of Wands, more Aquarius energy with the Star and the High Priestess. Then you have the Two of Pentacles, and that's the deal too with this energy. Folks wanting you to feel imbalanced, thrown off. They don't want you to have intuition. Okay, you could have people that's envious of you because of your intuition. All right, and there was supposed to have been a new beginning with a King of Wands, but apparently this King of Wands may not have wanted to level up. Okay, and this is probably one of the people you had to block out. Someone who refused to heal with the Seven of Wands and the Star. Someone who's not into healing, okay, but more into themselves. This is someone you may have had to block out. But you know about this Five of Swords, Three of Cups energy. You're very much aware with the High Priestess. You're aware of the hidden agendas. You're aware of the secrets, whatever that is. And the Sun is exposing those hidden agendas and the secrets. The Sun is exposing them with the Two of Swords. That's what will make you make your decision. Maybe more than likely to just leave these people alone altogether. Just keep your energy to yourself and keep these folks blocked out of your energy, like I said, altogether. There's something you're definitely in the knowing about when it comes to a group of people. As an Empress, you cannot be fooled. You cannot be love bombed. A person can't just tell you anything, okay? Yeah, judgment is here, awakening. And that is something you've also been experiencing as an Empress energy. Whoever I'm talking to here, whoever this may be resonating with it at this time, you could just very well be someone who has decided to be in hermit mode, be more in your own space, because you feel better there, you feel more safe there. And whoever these people are in this third party energy here, this Three of Cups energy, these are manipulative people. These are people who want you to feel some type of way because they feel some type of way. It's their insecurities that they're projecting, okay? But at the same time, it's an energy of you knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it with this Hermit card here. You yourself may have been receiving downloads. Synchronicities could be significant here. The number 9 could be significant here, as well as this number 17. You could be a life path 9, life path 3, okay? But you had to go within, and this is basically concerning yourself. It really has nothing to do with these people here. And it's like you're letting them do their thing and you're doing your thing, as if they've realized it or not, who knows. But there's secrets that have been exposed, or they will be, and that's what's going to cause you to make a decision to cut your energy off from these people overall. And there's a lot of healing that you're doing as well. Soul searching, introspection. Also, there could be some planning. You could be planning on starting a business or planning on starting, yeah, something to do with like maybe it could be where you could be planning to start something where you could hold yoga classes or some kind of teachings that you might end up doing on your level. I don't know, teaching people how to heal. Someone could also be expecting a child, a boy child. Doesn't have to be a boy, but someone could also be expecting a child here. Or you could intuitively know that someone is pregnant already. Take it how it resonates for you. But there's a lot of soul searching here and enlightenment. And so I feel like you've given someone more than enough chances to meet you where you are, grow with you. And no, that's not what direction this person is headed in, this King of Wands. Because a King of Wands energy does not match an Empress energy. It just doesn't. Now, that King of Wands can elevate, allow himself to grow spiritually, to meet that Empress where, you know, she needs to be met as an emperor. But that's something that King of Wands is gonna want to have to do. They're gonna you have to want to elevate. You have to want to grow. Other than that, that Empress energy and this King of Wands energy, it will be unequally yoked, if you ask me, because that's a King of Wands. He's not an emperor, he's a king. He has to step it up and be that emperor for that empress. He has to match her energy, masculine and feminine. So you could have some good news coming in or something very exciting that you're going to be a part of. I feel like you've had a lot of patience in this situation as well. You've done a lot of manifesting for yourself as well as healing and soul searching. Yeah, someone just wants you to feel left out in the cold. Someone wants you to feel a group of people. Like I said, this could be, family members, cousin, sister. This could be a friend, supposedly friend. This could be a lover. It could be anyone with this Three of Cups energy and this Five of Swords energy. See, you are balanced. People want you to be imbalanced. They want you to fall off of your throne. Okay? That's not going to happen. But they're wishing for it. Want you to feel left out in the cold. The Five of Pentacles. Okay? Someone here could actually be physically ill and not feel very well. Alright, with the Five of Pentacles. But there's definitely loss here. And someone wants you to just feel defeated and left out. Someone's very jealous, very envious here. There's low-key hatred, if you ask me, with this Five of Swords. See? And it's possible. Someone here, if you're resonating with this Empress energies, you could have people that's like spiritually trying to come at you, from a spiritual level. And they could very well not even be aware that they're doing this. Okay? Yeah, someone wants you to feel left out. They don't want you to be seen. They don't want you to be heard. They don't want you to be recognized. They don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to be happy. They simply want you to feel left out. They want you to feel lack. They want to see you lose. And see, the thing is, these people don't even recognize you've already, taken that L. Okay? You've taken that L many times. And you've had to start over many times. That's what they don't know. And you can take that L better than they can. You're strong enough. You're stronger than they are. And you're wiser than they are. So you're able to take that L and count it as a lesson, not a loss. But these are people who want you to feel left out. They want you to feel, I guess, inferior to them and imbalanced. That's very unhealthy, right? Yeah, very deceptive energy. Very deceptive energy, Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is a group of folks. This could be, like I said, some family folks, some man, people who act like that they good with you when they're in your energy, but behind your back, they're not. And you know this with the High Priestess. That's the reason why you got them blocked out with the Seven of Wands. Chariot, yeah. Fast movement. A King of Wands who likes to move fast, very impulsive. But somebody who may also low-key envy you as well. Like I said, you are very balanced here. You've learned how to balance out your dark energies as well as your light. This is something else that you have to learn. And that is very much spiritual as well. Yeah, you're headed in another direction. Three of Wands, different connections. Because you have blocked these people out, because that's the decision you made with the Two of Swords. You've made a decision to block these people out. No longer associate yourself with these people. It's bringing even more healing, and you're heading in a whole nother direction because this is your plan. The future is bright. This is your plan to head in a whole nother direction with the Three of Wands. Different partnerships, different connections with people better than this group of people. These people here, they need to sit down somewhere. They're doing too much. They just want to see you in a very low vibrational energy. Like they want to see you deal with darkness for some reason. I feel like it's just jealousy here. A lot of jealousy. Low-key hateful. Hatred. But the sun is showing up quite a bit. There's a lot of light in these cards, okay? So success and happiness is definitely yours with the sun card being here. You will not be in lack, but you will, in fact, know where you're headed. You're the visionary, High Priestess. You know which way you want to go, Three of Wands. And you're also in an energy of receiving. That's the overall energy of an Empress, male or female. You're always in this energy of abundance, receiving, right? That's the position of an Empress, to receive. Okay? Humbly, respectfully, right? But receiving. Opportunities, resources, help, whatever it is for you as an Empress, that is your birthright. Very abundant, okay? Very nurturing. And you're someone who carries that energy of being able to develop anything you choose, being able to bring forth anything you choose. You can manifest it. Okay? Someone could definitely be pregnant, carrying a baby, expecting a baby. If so, congratulations. But you see your ships coming in elsewhere. Healing, there's a lot of healing taking place here. And that's why I say the so-called loss, you don't see it as a loss. Four of Swords, you see things differently. You understand what you went through, why you had to go through it, and where you are, where it's brought you to, and where you're headed. Three of Wands, where you going. These are the things you had to balance out with the Chariot being here. This those horses represent the light and the darkness, the polarity, right? Fast movement, but balance. Things happening quickly. Spiritual awakenings happening quickly. Synchronicities happening quickly. Changes happening quickly. But you're also creating. Okay? And you know your worth. You're very optimistic about where you're going. That's what keeps you in a happy stage where you need to be. Because, yeah, someone could be receiving good news about a healthy pregnancy. Or it could be that you're receiving good news because someone may have did a gender reveal, or you know what it's going to be. You know whether it's going to be a boy or girl. Okay. Yeah, so these people basically saw you minding your business here. I'm not understanding why they want to see you down so much, um, so badly. Why do they want to see you in lack? Why do they want to lie to you, be deceptive towards you? Maybe they want what you have. Maybe they want to be you. Okay, who knows? But you're working hard and you're minding your business. Like I said, you could be developing business, growing a business, anything. Okay. But there's a lot of spiritual awareness here and spiritual growth. And you will be taking a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of risk, but I feel like you have taken risks in order to get into this Three of Wands energy. Okay, there's been a lot of risk, period, overall, to get to where you are right now. Overall, okay, especially when it comes to the Four of Swords, especially when it comes to the Star, Temperance. A lot of having to have that energy of pushing forward through fears and uncertainties and dark night of the soul. Okay, having to be very disciplined. Some of you, if you were trying to work on starting a business, you will get good news about. I don't know if you're trying to buy some kind of a platform or buy some type of a building to get started or whatever it is. It will go through. Okay, it will go through for you. That's your good news. Some of you, good news is a healthy pregnancy. That gender that you really wanted, the boy you really wanted, the girl you really wanted, okay? But yeah, you were dealing with someone with this King of Wands in it, and that King of Wands could be coming out quite often as someone who doesn't want to grow, someone who doesn't want to elevate, want to stay the same, be that promiscuous person, be the player. All the women want you. You want to do your thing, man or female. It doesn't matter. Male or female, it doesn't matter. A King of Wands energy is more than likely overall. It's an automatic attractive energy. Is very fiery, very action oriented, but very sexual as well. Okay, all those little low vibrational things that you, especially sexual energy, okay, that gets lustful out the water. I mean, you be through the roof on 10 with lust, okay, because of the attractiveness, right? The physicalness of it. So this King of Wands be coming out a lot as somebody who just does not want to grow up or mature up, level up, okay? But I see the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck, yeah, because see, you've dealt with, like I said, you've dealt with the heartbreak. You've dealt with the pain of coming through those stages and growing through those stages of that Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles stage. And some of you are going to be having people work for you as well. You're going to be working with a lot of like-minded people with the Three of Wands, a lot of expansion as well, and a lot of offers of love as well. Okay? I don't feel like you're looking for your match at this time as an Empress. I feel like you're focused on growing your business. If you're starting one or anything you could be doing for work, you're focused on that. If you're learning something new and trying to develop develop or further your education, this is what you're focused on with the Eight of Pentacles. Moving forward and expansion, growing. That's why you had to block these people out, because they're not worried about growing anything. They're not worried about expanding anything. They're not trying to become self-sufficient and self-reliant, or they're not thinking on that level. Their level of thinking is very low vibrational. That's the part you're staying away from. That's what you separated yourself from. The lies, the drama. You don't want to be a part of the drama. Drama is not getting you anywhere. Dealing with people who are envious and low-key will take advantage of you to get to the next step of life. They'll step all over you and, low-key dislike you, laugh in your face, stab you in the back. All those low vibrational energies, you're not with none of that. You're not for that. That's not where your mind is. And that's why I say these people are going to be the ones to end up in this low vibrational energy where they want to see you. They're going to end up in it, pretty much. Because you're going in a whole nother direction with the Three of Wands. And you know this already. You have this plan. This is what you're doing. This is why you're so easy to bow out with this group here. Whatever this is going on with these folks, with this Five of Swords energy, and this Moon card, and this Seven of Swords energy, okay? So you definitely did suffer some type of a heartbreak from a possible King of Wands, all right? And you set the record straight on that one, and you were able to come out of that. You manifested your way out of that, okay? And you just decide to block out anything after. Seven of Wands, you're just blocking them out. Blocking them out. Everything, these people are blocked. And if they're not, they will be. While you heal and elevate and create and move forward and connect with the right people. And your life, I feel like, will definitely, expand. Ace of Pentacles. That's right. That's where you're headed. That's where you're headed. And that's why these folks, you know what they are? They are a distraction. And that's it. They're just the distraction. Opportunities reign. Yeah, that King of Wands is somebody from your past. Opportunities reign. Resources. Ten of Cups energy coming out for you. Six of Cups energy. Yeah, you're dropping the burdens. Ten of Wands. I was going to say that because you got the Seven of Wands and the Three of Wands. That's Ten of Wands. You're dropping the burdens. You're not letting this burden you, whether it's a lover, whether it's friends. It could be a sibling. It could be a parent. It could be anybody. It could be a sister or cousin. It could be anybody. It doesn't matter. You're dropping the burdens. Then you have the lovers out here. Yeah, because see, this King of Wands was a person that was all about sexual energy for the most part. And I feel like now you're just about to walk into, I feel, a whole new cycle of life. With the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, you're about to walk into a whole new cycle. And this cycle will consist of people that you can trust. People, when they smile in your face, they also smiling right behind your back because they're genuine and because they mean what they say. They are who they say they are. They're genuine people. They're authentic people. They're people you can trust. That's the kind of people you want to be in connection with. That's the new cycle that you want. That's the direction you want to head in. Along, like I said, with healing, having faith, having hope in oneself and your journey. Because that's what you're about to do. You're about to embark on a whole new journey. And I feel like it's going to be lovely. 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 Okay? Judgment in your favor. Wheel of Fortune in your favor. Ten of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. That's the direction you're headed in which you very much deserve. Okay? Lovers is out here. This is probably someone you chose. You know, maybe you had choices in the past and you chose this King of Wands. Maybe you saw the potential in this person or whatever, but this is not somebody who wants to grow with you. This is someone who is a part of this Seven of Swords and this Three of Cups. Okay, you could have been dealing with family members who had a lot to say about the person you were dealing with, who you were dating, male or female, and you chose yourself over this person with the lovers. You decided you weren't going to just deal with their energy anymore either, even though you may have saw new beginnings with them and you may have felt a lot of love and compassion with this person, but a lot of it was based upon sexual energy, okay? Then you have the Knight of Swords here, where someone wants to argue. Just simple as that. Because why? You block them. They mad. They angry. They pissed off. Somebody wants to argue. Okay? And like I say, you have a lot of, I feel like you have a lot of financial increase coming with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you have a lot of increase of income coming to you, and that you will also create for yourself. Okay, collective? Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, guys. So yeah, I just feel like you're just gonna love and appreciate the energy that you're in, and this is gonna what's gonna push you forward. And as you push forward with this, whatever necessary connections that is meant to come into your life, collective, that's exactly what will happen, because you're coming into this Ten of Cups energy. Okay, it's like whatever energy you're putting out, you're gonna receive that energy right back. And it's a lot of loving and giving and nurturing and generous energy that you're expressing here with the Empress. You will receive that back, male or female. You're not gonna argue with anyone, but people want to argue with you. People want to confront you. People want to be in conflict with you, because why? They want to be in your business. They want to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're going. And it's like you're just not giving your energy or your time to any of this, any of it. You're choosing not to. You're just choosing to go about your business, and allow that child energy to come out and create for you, to where you take risks, you take chances, and you go into the unknown, willingly go into the unknown and drop the fears, drop the burdens of the unknown and go into it, because this is where that Ace of Pentacles energy is. This is where that Six of Pentacles energy is, where you will be generously given to. Okay, collective? So I hope something was said, guys, to help y'all move forward. I hope the message has helped in some kind of way. Until next time, guys, take care.